Hello students, how are you all? Yes, now we can see the chapter 6. Already we discussed about it in online class. Changes around us. Even now you can see here also some changes. Yes, even in our daily routine school days now change. Online, you are sitting at home and listening the class. Okay, here we can see different types of changes. Under this, we are going to see about reversible and irreversible change, physical and chemical change, temporary change and permanent change. Changes are taking place around us. There is always a cause for a change. Some of these changes are reversible while some are irreversible. Already we saw in class the rubber band. You are stretching, you are giving a force, therefore it is expanded. When you are releasing the force, contract, or we can say comes back to original position. A change has different effects on our surroundings. A change may be permanent or temporary in nature. A change may be physical or chemical in nature. See here, see here, the ice cubes are kept inside the glass. It is solid state. Then here you can see water is present. It is in liquid state. If you are taking and keeping the ice cubes outside from the fridge, then after some time it melt, then changes to water. Process requires energy. Okay, then if you take this water and keep it inside the refrigerator, then changes into solid water, that is called ice. Okay, here it releases energy. Already we saw this in the class. Here we can see melting. The word melting. What is the meaning? The process of conversion of a substance from its solid state to its liquid state. This one. Solid to liquid. That is only melting. Ice to water. Then freezing. What is freezing? The process of conversion of a substance from its liquid state to solid state. That is water to ice. Okay, we can say this is a reversible change because solid to liquid, again liquid to solid. So it is reversible. Then it is temporary change only, for some time only. Then it is a physical change. Why do we say it is a physical change? Because no new substance is formed. We are getting back ice again. See this picture. Physical change and chemical change. Physical change. See, for example, a single piece of pencil broken, so we are getting two pieces of pencil. Now also we are saying pencil, here also pencil, so no new substance is formed. Take butter. Butter melt. Then also we are saying it is a butter. No new substance is formed. Here, under chemical change, a piece of wood, it burns, then it changes into ash, so it is a new substance. See here, the materials which are needed for making a cake. Okay, here after that we got cake. Here the materials or the ingredients which are needed. Okay, so here new substance is formed. From this what we understood? Physical change, the process in which no new substance is formed. It is a temporary change and also reversible. Melting of butter and breaking of pencil. Then chemical change, the process in which New substance is formed. Permanent change, it is a permanent change and also irreversible. Burning of wood and baking a cake. Hello students, you can see this is a thermometer. Here this red color shows the mercury level. This mercury level increases due to heat. I hope you know whenever you are getting fever, if you will go to the clinic, immediately the nurse will ask you, why are you coming? Then fever means they used to test your temperature with the help of thermometer. In the thermometer inside, the mercury is present. When the temperature is there, the mercury level rises up. With the help of that, they will come to know the temperature. Here also this mercury level rises up due to the heat. That is only expansion. Okay. Example of thermal expansion in liquid. Okay. Expansion means increase in the size of an object. Next one you can see the contraction, decrease in the size of an object. See, this is a railway track. You know, whenever the train moves on it, we used to hear the sound dadak, dadak after a few seconds. Why? Because there is a gap between the rails. Okay, this gap is filled during summer. Due to heat, the metal expand. At the same time, during winter, contract, so the gap will be more, so we are able to hear more sound also. But if the gap is very high, or the space in between the two rails is very high, then there is a chance for derailing. Because of that only often they used to check whether the gap is less or more. Okay, contraction means decrease in the size of an object. Reversible change. Reversible means we can get back. It is a temporary change, or we can say it is a physical change. In this diagram, three examples are shown: evaporation, condensation and freezing. Evaporation. We used to heat the water at home. Then the water evaporate to form steam, or we can say water vapor. Okay, so liquid form changes to gaseous state. That is only evaporation. Then the gaseous form condensed to form liquid, or we can say vapor to liquid. If you are keeping a lid over the pot while heating, then after a few seconds, if you will open it, at the back of the lid we can see small droplets of water. That water is due to condensation of vapor to liquid state. Then freezing. If you are keeping the liquid inside the refrigerator, it will become a solid. So all these are reversible. Solid to liquid, liquid to gas, then gas to liquid, liquid to solid. All these changes are reversible. See, here reversible and irreversible change for both examples are given. First one, butter. The butter is melted. Again we are saying butter only. So no new substance. It is reversible or irreversible? Reversible. Already we saw in class many examples. For example, a piece of paper. I made boat. Then after few seconds I removed or dismantled the folds. So we got back the paper. So that is reversible. At the same time, one piece of paper I burnt. Then it changes into what? Ash. From the ash, can you get back the paper? No. So that is irreversible. Here for irreversible, what is the example? Burning of piece of wood. From the wood, you will get ash. After getting ash, can you get back wood? No. So this is irreversible. So it is a permanent change. It is a chemical change. Yes, here some examples given for physical change. Physical change means it is a temporary change, it is a reversible change. See, for example, first diagram shows boiling of water. Already we saw the water changes into vapor. Again, due to condensation, the vapor comes back to water. First state evaporation, then condensation. So that is a physical change. Next, drying of clothes. Okay, then again if you dip it in water, it becomes wet. Then again you can keep it under the sun, it become dry. So it is a physical change. Then melting of ice cream, you know already ice cubes, we did it in the online class. Ice cream, if you buy and keep it outside for long time, then it melts. Again if you will keep it inside the fridge, it becomes solid. So it is also a physical change. Then burning of metal, because of that only we are using iron rods, grill, that is also made up of iron, gold. Okay, so physical change. Next one is glowing of bulb. Then when you are switch on, the bulb glows. Then after some time, if you switch off, the bulb is not glowing. Next, cutting of fruits. Okay, again after cutting also you are saying the pieces of fruits only, no new substance is formed. Okay, here see balloon with the full of air, that is expanded. Then next one, if you make a small hole with the needle, or if you prick the balloon with the pin, then air from inside comes out, the balloon is contracted. So expansion and contraction can be explained. Expansion is increase in size, contraction is decrease in size. Okay, it is explained clearly here. Now we can see some creative critical thinking question, that is CCT or PISA question. Can you name a substance directly changed from its solid state to gaseous state without being changed into its liquid state? Yes, give example. Your mother use every day in the evening, or we can say in temple they are using. What is it? Camphor. You know, camphor is in solid white color. Okay, but directly when you are burning, directly changes into gas. Because of that you are getting a smell. The next we can say naphthalene balls. I think all of you know, this is also in a solid state. Directly after a few months you may not be able to see that naphthalene balls, it changes into a gas. Okay, solid directly changes into gas without changing into liquid state. Next question, why do we worship the rising sun and not the setting sun? Yes, rising sun, I think you know sun is the ultimate source of energy. Okay, whether herbivores or carnivore or omnivore, whatever, all are depending on plants. Plants are depending on sunlight. Why? They have to prepare their food in the presence of sunlight, isn't it? So rising sun is the symbol of life. Without the energy of the sun, there would be no life on earth. This energy is trapped by green plants during photosynthesis and converted into food. All other life forms get their food directly or indirectly from green plants, because food is necessary for life and also growth, development. So from this what we can understand, sun is the ultimate source of energy. Okay, thank you.